Hey, good morning team. So I've just woken up. I'm in the motorhome. It's pretty cold outside. It's been snowing overnight. Just outside here, Glastonbury Tor's literally 300-400 metres away. It's an amazing view. I'm going to walk up there in a minute. First of all, I'm just going to have a quick little chat with you. So welcome to Glastonbury. Glastonbury is essentially the spiritual heart of England. There's a lot of King Arthurian legends around the place. You only got to look at the little town down here anyway to realise how special it was to people in the past, because there's an abbey, there's the church on top of the hill that someone decided to build, and then there's maybe 6 or 7 other big religious worship places here. So people wouldn't have built that many religious locations in one little town in the middle of Somerset unless there was something about it. So have a Google of it, because there's some stories about Arthurian legends, about this being the original site of Avalon. Even that the Holy Grail was buried here in a place called the Chalice Well, which again is maybe 300-400 metres away. We are going to go there in a minute and I'll show you the well, and you just basically get a good feel for the place. If you're ever in Glastonbury, it's worth going down to the well and putting your feet in the water, or collecting some of the water to take home with you, but we'll get onto that when we get down there. So in terms of what I've got for you right now, laid out in front of me, I've got some various implements. I've got my maraca that you'll probably remember from yesterday. That's going to be taking part in the shamanism course I'm going to be doing later on today and tomorrow. That's going to be a really interesting course. It's going to teach me a lot. I don't quite know what lessons it's going to give me yet, so I'm not going to discuss that until probably next week. If you ever do come down to Glastonbury, you get this amazing magazine. It's just full of eclectic different organisations and spiritual entrepreneurs. It's quite amazing. There's loads of stuff to do. The Glastonbury School of Art's talking about international psychic watercolours. You know, just flicking through, you're like, wow, this place is cool. You'll also, when you go down there, you'll see just a whole different range of eclectic people, amazing shops, and really, really old buildings. So it's well worth a visit. I don't work for the Glastonbury Tourist Board, by the way. Also, I've got my coffee, thanks Costa. I'm sure that, you know, they're doing real great in the world, letting us take these cups home with us. And then I've got my tarot cards. So this is the main pack of tarot cards, and this is by a person called Doreen Virtue. Google her if you've not heard of her. She's an American lady, amazing sort of world-class leader in mediumship, psychic teachings, etc. So really worth having a look. But the one that I've got as well is the life purpose card, which I want to talk to you about right now. So out in front of me, I've laid out some cards, and basically it works like past, present and future. And we'll talk about those in a second. In terms of life purpose and the connection between spirituality, well, the way that I think this works, and you can disagree if you want, is that if you can get in line with your life purpose, everything's going to go a lot smoother. And that is the ultimate aim of what I want to teach you, for you to be able to get on the right path towards your life purpose. Because anything other than that is a wasted energy, it's going to be difficult, and it's not going to make you happy. So this is why we want to talk about making sure that you're in the right partnership, making sure that you're in the right job, making sure that you've got the confidence to be able to make changes that have to happen so that you can move towards your correct true life purpose. And it's all about the self-awareness we've been talking about. Check out the core values video, because that I think is a really excellent start point for you to get towards it. And the spirituality element, as I was saying previously, that's what gives you the faith and the confidence that when times are hard and you need to realign yourself, that you're thinking, oh my god, oh, I can't do this, I've got bills to pay, she's not going to be happy, he's not going to be happy, oh my god, and then you just don't bother doing it. And then you live for another 10 years in unhappiness with this little niggling thing in your head saying, go on, do it, have the confidence. And a lot of people don't. So that's where the spirituality comes in, and that's why I do think it's so key. Simply because, you know, when you're making that transition, it's going to give you the faith. And so the way that it works really for me, with the cards, it's not that I believe that, you know, God is speaking directly to me. I don't hear voices, you know, I don't have burning bushes outside speaking to me or anything like that. This is purely about using the cards as a tool to focus your mind laser sharp so you can drag the information out of your own intuition. Now, a lot of you may not have really worked on trusting your intuition, but it's that thing where you think you should do something, you don't do it, and then later on it becomes apparent that you should have done it because of X, Y, and Z, and you think, oh, fucking hell, I should have done that. Well, this is giving you the confidence to listen to that intuition first time round, so you don't miss the chances, you don't miss the opportunities, you know, to go and have coffee with that guy who's actually going to give you this amazing job that you've been waiting to do for years. This is about being able to focus your mind on the question at hand so that you can understand. It also gives you quite a lot of support as well. So you can use this, and I've done this when times have been hard. I've used it as a tool, thinking, what do I need to know for today? So in my context, I had this plan, which was to take a Nomad, you know, into sort of the global arena, so that people from right across the English-speaking world initially, and then maybe more, can start to listen to what I've got to say, and if they believe, you know, in what I'm talking about, then obviously, you know, build this community up. So I've got this plan, the end state, and every day I'm trying to move towards that goal. But it gets difficult at times, you know, when you have got bills to pay. I've just the same as you, I've got bills to pay. So in the mornings I used to get my cards out and I'd think, right, what is it that I need to do today to move me towards that correct objective? So we take the pass card. Now this one is sensitivity. And what this means is that you're becoming more sensitive and you need to make changes accordingly. So you start to think on that. It's like, okay, is this talking about me being sensitive, listening too much to criticism? Is it me being affected by the wider world, you know, bad things that are going on and it's making me sad? And you can really just ponder on that. And this is what people do when they meditate. You know, the reason why they pick one word like to meditate is because the brain can focus on that one thing, and then the rest of the brain can actually do the thinking it needs to do without distraction. So all you're doing with this is you're just thinking on that one word, sensitivity, understanding the concept of sensitivity. And while you're so busy focused on that, other stuff can come into your brain, like that maybe have been bouncing around little sort of networks in your pathways in your brain or whatever, and then it pops up saying, well, this is what you need to do. Okay, and then you pondered on that for a bit. And then you move over to, this is the present, and this is let go. So I know what this is referring to for me. Letting go is something that you can ponder on, and you can think, right, what is it that I need to let go of in order to move forward? And it could be a relationship, it could be how your boss embarrassed you in front of all those people in the meeting. It could be that that guy barged into you in the pub. It could be that that girl turned you down publicly when you asked her on a date and it had taken you ages to get confidence to do it. You know, so you're pondering on that, let go, let go. And then the last one, now this one's upside down, which means that I've got challenges in this, and that's with strength. So everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. So what this is saying to me is that in moving forward in the future, I'm going to have difficulties with finding the strength to move forward with certain things, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that there's going to be a challenge. So you can see that you get these little cards that come out, and it allows you to really start to think. And then when you've done that, you can move forward, having just spent a little bit of time meditating on the things that are important for you today. As soon as that's done, you can put them away. Now, if you're interested in cards, like I say, check out Doreen Virtue, because she's got, you know, like the sort of monopoly on the cards and the teaching, there's online courses, etc. Again, I don't work for Doreen Virtue, but I've watched her online lessons and I think they're cracking. But ultimately, it's whatever works for you to be able to use something to focus your brain so that you can answer the questions that you've got the answers to inside your brain. It might even be that you want to stare at, you know, Costa coffee. I've got it. I don't know, but ultimately it's a really good tool, and just have a look into it. Don't be scared by it, because I know that a lot of people might think, oh, I don't really know about spirituality, don't really know about cards. All we're trying to do is make you a more effective person, and anything that works, and this is the key thing, anything that works, you've got to give it a try at least. You can't be closed-minded if you want to fulfill your potential. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to go up to the tour, and then I'm going to give you a bit of a show around there. And then after that we'll see how the day pans out, but hopefully this has made a little bit of sense to you. Aligning with your life purpose is key. Spirituality will help you to do that, and once you've done that, you'll find that synchronicity comes into play, everything starts to fall into place, and you're waking up every morning going, right, yeah, I'm ready for the day, let's do this. And that's all because you're on the right path and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So thanks for listening. Please continue to subscribe to the channel, because we're getting some amazing views now. It's going through the roof already, so you know, clearly we're doing something right. We're doing this together. You guys are obviously sharing, liking, passing the message, growing the community. And just remember, all these videos are free. This is just me wanting to share the experiences that I've learned through hardship, pain, my life. And I want you to be able to learn from them, to use them to your best effect. So thank you, keep sharing.